While we're on the topic of ESPN and college basketball, let's welcome in insider and college basketball analyst from ESPN, Jeff Goodman. Jeff, welcome back to BYU Sports Nation.
Hey, guys. Good to be back, and maybe not under these circumstances, but good to be back regardless.
Holy cow, what a wildfire this has created on social media. What was your reaction to the news that Utah canceled the 2016 game at BYU?
I was puzzled at first. You know, when I got the email, I was like, what is going on? Why? I mean, I kind of understood why. I thought I understood why right away, but still, like, why would you do this? Why do you end a rivalry like this? And I thought at the time, I read it to mean the rivalry, it's over. And I think it may be, although in the wording of the release, it sounds like, well, they're still going to revisit it in a year or two. But this could be one again where now these two programs don't play for a while, you know, as was the case with like Georgetown, Maryland. And that's not what the sport needs right now. And it's not what college basketball is a hard enough time competing early on in the season because of football. And now you make it even more difficult, I think, when you take away rivalries like this.
How in the world, Jeff, could Larry Krystkowiak schedule this game in the future and play in Provo? I don't see how he schedules a game in the future now with this, because you want to talk about backlash. That would be wild, right?
Yeah, I don't think he cares that much about backlash. Like, this is a guy who's played in the NBA, and I really like Larry. Okay, so let me make that clear. I like both Larry and David a ton. They're very different personalities, but I think the world of both guys and what they've done with their programs and just the type of people they are. I don't, you know, Larry's a former NBA guy. I don't think he really gives a what people think of him in Provo. So I think he'd have no problem in a couple of years if they made amends. The coaches sat down and talked, and Larry said, hey, you know what? Yeah, I made a mistake. I want to try to make this right, and I want to try to come back, and we'll come back to Provo the first year and kind of owe you what we didn't fulfill. You know, I could see him doing it. You know, it's just I don't know what else is there beyond the punch from Emory to Brandon Taylor. I don't know what else, what other residual things came into play in making this decision. I can't imagine it was simply one punch. I know it wasn't, but I don't know all the other things.
So it's safe to say you're not exactly buying the reasoning for Utah canceling this game, at least in the official release.
Again, not with this one incident. No, it doesn't add up to me. I think there's got to be something else there. I think, and other people try to tweet me and say, well, it's because BYU is going to be much better next year. They bring back, they bring back Eric. They bring back, they bring in a couple other guys. They are going to be better. And Pirtle's gone from Utah after this year for sure. But I don't think that's it either for Larry making this decision. I don't know what else is, but it's just sad it came to this. And I defend Larry quite a bit. I don't know if I can defend him on this one, even though I'm on your airwaves. I would say that anywhere. I don't understand this one.
Yeah, and sure, we would want your opinion either way, looking at all sides of this. Now BYU fans are disappointed because, one, they just enjoy the rivalry, but two, that was a good home game for BYU, a place where it's tough to get a lot of good teams to come and play. What's the ripple effect, you think, on the program and BYU's ability to schedule well and at home?
I mean, the good thing is I think BYU's got enough respect, national respect, that they can still schedule, but it is harder to get people to come in at home. They might have to do 2-for-1s, which some programs are willing to do, some aren't. Some think they're above 2-for-1s, where you have to go to somebody else's place twice to get them to your place just once. They might have to go that route, but you're right. I mean, it was a great game because, and Utah has won the last 3. So this was a series that I think was fairly even in a sense of you didn't know which program was going to be where in 5 years. 5 years from now, you could tell me right now that BYU was going to be a top 25 team, and I wouldn't say, wow, I'm shocked. Or you could tell me that Utah was going to be back in the top 25, and I wouldn't be shocked. So that's where I don't understand it. I think both programs are on the uptick. They're both, I know BYU they're not doing this year what I thought they'd do, to be honest. I thought they'd be a little bit better, but they're still darn good, and they've got good players coming in next year. And Utah, I don't think it will take a huge hit, even though they're going to lose Turtle.
ESPN's Jeff Goodman, college basketball insider and analyst on BYU Sports Nation. We've heard the proposition of, okay, well, if you need to cool off, do what Xavier and Cincinnati did and go to a neutral site. Is that the way to keep both schools happy in a situation like this, Jeff?
No, I hate that. I hate that personally. I go to so many games, and to me, playing in the home arenas on campus, even if it's off campus, but your home arena, it just brings so much more to the table. You know, I look forward to that. The games I see early on in the season, and maybe some of the exempt tournaments or the double headers, they're good, but it's just not the same. It's going into a hostile environment, you know, where the fans are screaming either for you or against you. That's what college sports is all about to me. That's why, part of the reason why it's got the passion, the intensity that the NBA will never have.
Jeff, great stuff. We appreciate your time. Know you're a busy man, and hopefully the next time we talk, we are meeting under different pretenses.
Well, listen, I appreciate you guys having me on as always, and good luck. Hopefully BYU will pick it up here. Again, they've done pretty well, but not quite to the level. I put Collinsworth. We did do a midseason Wooden Award top 25. He just made it. He was my 25th guy.
He appreciates the love. I can guarantee that. Jeff,
all right, take care,
great
guys.
to talk to you, man. Thanks.
You too.